वेलकम टू बायोटिक वर्ल्ड। क्या आपने कभी ऐसी टेक्निक के बारे में सुना है जिसके द्वारा हम प्लांट्स के क्लोन्स को तैयार कर सकते हैं? अगर नहीं, देन आपकी आज की हमारी ये वीडियो आपके लिए है। आज हम ऐसी एक टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे जिसके द्वारा हम प्लांट्स के क्लोन्स को तैयार कर सकते हैं। उस टेक्नोलॉजी का नाम है प्लांट टिश्यू कल्चर। आइए अब देखते हैं इस टेक्नोलॉजी में क्या होता है। प्लांट टिश्यू कल्चर इज़ अ टेक्निक ऑफ ग्रोइंग प्लांट सेल्स, टिश्यूज, ऑर्गन, सीड्स एंड और अदर parts in a sterile environment on a nutrient media। अब प्लांट टिश्यू कल्चर के अंदर हम क्या करते हैं कि प्लांट से कोई भी पार्ट ले लेते हैं, जैसे टिश्यूज़ हो गए, ऑर्गन्स, सीड्स और कोई भी प्लांट का पार्ट है जिसको हम ग्रो करेंगे किसी भी स्टेराइल एनवायरनमेंट, मीन्स जिसके अंदर माइक्रो ऑर्गेन्स नहीं होते। ओके, सो in the history of the plant tissue culture in 1902, the idea of the totipotency of the plant cell was given by the Haberland। टोटीपोटेंसी क्या होता है कि ये एक सेल की एबिलिटी होती है जिसके द्वारा एक सेल एक कंप्लीट प्लांट के अंदर ग्रो कर सकती है। ये आइडिया दिया था हैबरलैंड के द्वारा और इसी के लिए हैबरलैंड को फादर ऑफ प्लांट टिश्यू कल्चर कहा जाता है। इन 1937 वाइट फर्स्ट टाइम एस्टेब्लिश द सक्सेसफुल रूट कल्चर ऑफ टोमेटो। In 1941, Vanover Beek used coconut milk for growth and development of the young Dhatura embryos. In 1957, Skoog and Miller demonstrated the role of auxin and cytokinin on the root and the shoot formation in tobacco via tissue culture. In 1962, Mushes and Skoog introduced the medium for tobacco culture. In 1987, isolation of Bt gene from Bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis. These are the scientists which play a significant role in the history of the plant tissue culture। जैसे हैबरलैंड के द्वारा टोटीपोटेंसी का ओरिजिन हुआ और हमें प्लांट टिश्यू कल्चर के बारे में पता चला, ऐसे ही किसी ने कल्चरिंग के बारे में बताया, जैसे रूट कल्चर। Now let us talk about the fundamental principle of the plant tissue culture। Generally, plant tissue culture depend upon the totipotency and the plasticity, and we had discussed about the totipotency earlier, that it is the ability of the plant cells to regenerate into a whole plant। Now let's see about the plasticity। It is the ability of plants to alter their metabolism, growth and development to best suit their environment। मीन्स environment के according अपने आप को modify करना, ये एक plant की ability है। Now let us see about the explant, which parts of a plant we can use as an explant and the definition of the explant। Plant tissue cultures are generally initiated from the multicellular tissue fragments। These are known as the explants obtained from the living plants। Explants may originate from a wide range of the plant tissues such as the leaf, stem, root, petiole, hypocotyle, cotyledon, एम्ब्रियो और मेरिस्टेम। प्लांट टिश्यू कल्चर के अंदर हम एक्सप्लांट के लिए किसका यूज़ करते हैं? लीव से किसी पार्ट को ले लेते हैं या फिर स्टेम से, या फिर जितने भी हमने यहाँ बताए हैं इनमें से किसी भी स्मॉल पोर्शन को हम एज अ एक्सप्लांट यूज़ करते हैं। Now let us talk about the selection of the explant। The explant is selected. It is either haploid or diploid explant। The plant growth can be achieved in two ways। Shoot directed by the appropriate media, मीन्स शूट के लिए हम स्पेसिफिक जो हार्मोन्स होते हैं उनका एडिशन करते हैं। शूट डायरेक्टेड बाय अप्रोप्रिएट मीडिया। फॉर द कल्चरिंग ऑफ द वेरियस पार्ट्स ऑफ द प्लांट वी हैव डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ मीडिया, as shoots having different physical and the chemical properties। By the somatic embryogenesis we can perform it। Now let's see about the sterilization technique which we will perform after the selection of the explant। Now let us see about the sterilization technique। Sterilization methods used in tissue culture laboratory। All the materials, vessels, instruments, mediums, plant material used in the culture work must be free from the viruses। Now what are these techniques? The sterilization is achieved by one of the following approaches। These are the dry heat treatment, flame sterilization, autoclaving, filter sterilization, wiping with 70% ethanol, and surface sterilization. Now let us talk about the culture media which is used in the plant tissue culture technique. Here the explants are then usually placed on the surface of a solid culture media but are sometimes placed directly into a liquid medium when cell suspension cultures are desired. कभी क्या होता है कि हम कैलस कल्चर करते हैं, सस्पेंशन कल्चर करते हैं, तो उसी के हमारा कल्चर मीडिया डिफ्रेंशिएट करता है. Here the culture media are generally composed of inorganic salts plus a few organic nutrients, vitamins and plant hormones as per their requirements. Now let us discuss about the culture in more details. As culture grows, species are typically sliced off and transferred to a new media that's known as subcultured to allow for growth or to alter the morphology of the culture. There are major types of the media which are used as per requirement. First one is the White's medium, is the one of the earliest plant tissue culture media. Next is MS medium, formulated by the Moshe and Skoog, is most widely used for many types of the culture system. Next is the B5 medium, developed by the Cambridge for cell suspension and callus cultures, and at present its modified form used for the protoplast culture. Next is N6 medium, formulated by Jew and used for cereal anther cultures. It's also known as the niche medium, developed by the niche and used for the anther culture. Now let us talk about the steps in plant tissue culture technique. First we have the selection of the plant. So the desirable plant is used to be select here as per our requirements. Like if we want secondary metabolites of a particular type like the guanidine or any drug, then we have to plant a specific type of the explant. Okay, so first one is the selection of plant. Next we have to isolate of explant from the desirable plant, and then we have to sterilization of explant for the removal of microorganisms or the spore of any fungi, bacteria, etc. Next we have to inoculation of the explant. Here in the inoculation of the explant, we can check the growth of the explant. Now in the next step we have the incubation of the growth of the cells that we have. Next is about the initiation of the callus formation starts here. Next step is for subculturing of the callus. Here subculturing refers to that we have the mass of the callus and we have to differentiate it and we have to change the nutrient media. Then the regeneration take place and we have to perform hardening of that particular cells or explants that can give rise into a whole plant. Here it consists of the several leaflets, shoot and the root system, and then we have to transfer or we can transfer of plantlets to greenhouse or open fields. Now let us discuss about the several types of the plant tissue culture. It consists of the seed culture, meristem culture, protoplast culture, organ culture, pollen culture, callus culture, cell culture and embryo culture. Now let us discuss about the factor affecting tissue culture efficiency. So the plant regeneration from tissue culture varies with the following parameters like the plant species, genotype within the plant species, sources of cultured tissue, age and health of the donor plant, nutrient medium and other factors. These all parameters are differ from plant to plant as the plant species are different, having different type of genotypes, having the different type of requirements. So now let us discuss about the plant tissue culture application. The commercial production of the plants used as potting, landscape and florist subjects to conserve rare and endangered plant species. So here, to conserve rare and endangered plant species, because we can form clones here to screen cells rather than plants for advantageous characters, herbicide resistance, or also we can store here the characters from the parents like the herbicide resistance or the tolerance. Next is related to the large scale growth of the plant cells in liquid culture in bioreactor for the production of the valuable compound like plant derived secondary metabolites and recombinant proteins used as a biopharmaceutical to cross distantly related species by protoplast fusion and regeneration of novel hybrid, to produce clean plant material from stock infected by the viruses or the other pathogens. Here we can, as we had studied about that, we can use explant or the plant so we can remove viruses or the other pathogens. Here the production of identical sterile hybrid species can be obtained. So these are some application, and now discuss about the difference in plant tissue culture and the animal culture. It grow on at specific temperature. Normal temperature for human is 37 degrees Celsius. Carbon dioxide is also required. It needed proper change in media, otherwise cells will not grow properly. Animal cells needed proteins and hormones for proper development. These are the references. Guys, thank you for giving your precious time and your knowledge, your power. Do not forget to subscribe your own YouTube channel, that is Biotech World.